Hi everyone, it's Margaret here. I'm back again with another video, this time using my new video camera, thanks to my son Daniel, who was quick in selecting one for me and encouraged me to start making the videos. I want to thank again a lot of the ladies on YouTube that have given an overwhelming response to my previous video, and I'm really enjoying being part of the crafting community, and I hope you guys will enjoy some of the work that I will be posting. Again, you've all inspired me. I won't name all the names, but I can honestly tell you that I bet you every single one of you ladies watching this now has inspired me in one way or another. So I thank you again for the inspiration and your support. I decided to, again, make a little change up to the journals that I've been making. I came up with the idea to shape one like a lady's fan. I had a collection of images, vintage images of ladies with their fans, and actually I did a little research on them, and I was surprised to find so much information regarding fans and what they actually meant when ladies use them. It was quite a status symbol to go to an event and present a beautiful fan. So anyway, it intrigued me, and I decided to give this a try. And as you can see, the journal is quite large. Somehow I always manage to start with a smaller size journal, and it grows. So a word of advice, if you're starting one, if you think it looks too small, chances are it's not. Go with it, go with your instinct, because this one, again, it's a nice size, but it ends up being a big project when the size is so big. I made my own pattern. It started with something like this. As you can see, it's very rough. I kind of used it in pieces to try and figure out how to sew the middle so that when it closed up, it actually did look like a fan. And I think it came out quite nice. Here is the cover. I used a tablecloth lace for the base on this particular one, again using the felt to line the inside, make it a little bit more sturdy, and then I embellished the vintage lady with silver thread, embroidery thread, and cutting out different appliques from old doilies and trims. I've framed the picture around here. Again, this particular piece was a blouse collar that I cut up and used as the feature frame around the image. I made the flower out of some lace and a little embellishment that was taken off a piece of jewelry. Again, a little feather to embellish. I love the color covered button, as you know. And the trim here, we have the dangle trim, and this was actually a curtain, and I really loved the dangle on it, so I did buy it at a thrift shop, and I put it away, and sure enough, the day came where I put it to good use. So I hope you can see the trim here. I put some pearls around, again, to embellish. And that's the cover. The next page, again, using the fan shape, only this is upside down to keep with the continuity of the journal. Again, I used a vintage lady in the middle and made a little shabby chic stained flower with a crystal embellishment. And all these embellishments here, the little sparkle was taken from, again, a dress, a lady's dress that I found in a thrift shop. Took it all apart. Some sparkle trim again. some old vintage trim here. And this was taken off a blouse, I believe. And I just used it to frame this particular picture. The next page, again, the fabric I used was a dark flesh color fabric, and this particular page I did cover with a little bit of this organza lace, organza embroidered lace, and this is the other part of the collar that I used on the front page. I reserved the pieces from the side and glued them here. And this again is from a wedding dress applique in the pearls. Made the rosettes and flowers. Again, embellished her fan with silver embroidery thread and her little rhinestone earring. Some pearls. And I like these because they were shaped like little fans, so I thought they would go well with this particular page. The next page, I guess something right from the 20s. It looks like a beautiful flapper girl. And again, I embellished her with silver thread, and I just love the sparkle that it gives. Used some little bits of trim that I had in my scrap box, and I ruffled up some vintage lace to create a semicircle ruffle here. Oh, I'm still taking out the glue strings here, and again use some a little leaf motif trim around to frame the lady. Some wedding dress applique that I tea-dyed, and again this particular trim was off a it was my mother's vest. Actually, it was beautiful. It was a silk vest, and it had this silk trim, very detailed, and she wasn't wearing it anymore, so I took it from her closet, and here we are. I took it apart, and it has become part of this page. This is some trim from a vintage doily around the bottom here, and a little bit of dangle sparkle here on the lace. The next page is, again, I used a lot of the pleated ruffle trim to emphasize the shape of the fan on the bottom. Some wedding dress applique at the bottom. And here I have included a little strip of tiny rhinestone from a necklace with the dangles on either side, as you can see. I'm a little hesitant to use the rhinestone trim. I'm always afraid they're going to fall off, but I have used the E6000 glue on that, and hopefully that'll stay in place. Again, a little rosette, some snippets from my mom's vest that I turned into a little ribbon trim, a little leaf, a little bling. I inserted a little lace inside. And here is our pretty lady again with her jewelry and her gorgeous fan and a little doily flower that I cut out and embellished with a little crystal piece from a piece of jewelry, I believe that was. On to the next page. It's kind of awkward to work. I mean, the shape is something different. It was a little awkward to work with it because you've got all these different angles, and it was a bit tedious, but it was fun to make. It was something different. This one I did in all ruffles, layers of ruffles, and I love the vintage lace ruffle here. I snipped out the trim so that we only got the leaf part of it, and put that on the bottom. I repeated it around the half frame of the lady, again with a little leaf motif appliques. Repeated the ruffle around here. This is again is a vintage doily that I used for embellishing the ends. And here is Our Lady with the fan, little pearl flowers on her hair, and some sparkle appliques on either side. And that's that page. The last page, the pocket page, again I tried to shape this pocket like a fan, and as you can see it's a bit of doily, another little piece of doily scrap, another doily here, and created the pocket like inside. And with this I decided to include the little history about the fan. And I did look this up on the internet. Oh, this isn't going very well. That's okay. And I've included that to go inside the pocket. And this gives a little history of the fan. And in my stash I was able to find, I know I've had this for a long time, a little fan charm. It actually closes. I thought that was kind of cute to include that in the little dangle with a little tassel. And behind, you see that? Behind I embellished it a little bit with some appliques. And this is the French word for fan, and I included that on the back. A little bit of vintage trim with the little tassels, and that fits right inside the pocket. And the back page, it's just simple plain lace with a little bit of this trim around here. Actually, I'm right down to, I think I have maybe about not even half a yard left of this trim. I love this trim. I don't know if I'll ever find it again, but anyway, it had a good run, and now this is probably going to be the last piece I'll be able to use it on. And I just put this wedding dress applique on the back just for a little embellishment of the back. So there it is again. It's quite large, so it was fun to make. Again, I thank you for all your kind comments. I hope you've enjoyed this very amateurish video. I will try to get better and practice a little more, but thanks for watching, and hope to see you all soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.